What's up, guys? You're watching Fight Feed, and I unfortunately have now become a victim of this entire White House, Jon Jones, Conor McGregor, all this BS that's flying around right now. I didn't want to make a video talking about the White House card, but I gotta say, guys, after seeing this talked about for like the 10th or fucking 11th day in a row on all these damn channels, especially like the MMA news channels, I have to just put my opinion out there about this whole thing. So off the bat, guys, I think the White House thing is kind of a cool situation. It would be a very historic event. First time we're having people fight at the White House. I mean, most people haven't even been to the White House. So it's like, not only are you having a bunch of people go there for the first time, but also fight there. Now, the thing that I really wanted to get into that's pissing me off and I just cannot bite my tongue on is the fact that Jon fucking Jones took all that time, 7 or 8 months, where he just didn't retire and he just was playing around, doing nothing but going to Thailand and doing the stuff he was doing there, not fighting Tom Aspinall. This dude retires. And suddenly, the next week, he's back in the testing pool to come back and fight, even though he didn't want to fight when he was offered the most money, I'm pretty sure, that any UFC fighter's ever been offered to fight somebody. And he says no. But suddenly, now that we're at the White House, oh, it's fun to be the hunter, not the hunted. It's like, dude, you literally had every opportunity lined up for you to not only be the heavyweight champion and actually prove that you are the heavyweight champion, because that was a bullshit belt, in my opinion. Y'all want to talk about BMF belt being bullshit. The heavyweight championship belt was bullshit while Jon Jones had it, because he was not fighting the number one contender in Tom Aspinall. So don't fucking tell me that the BMF belt is it's a farce and it's bullshit. No, that's bullshit. The heavyweight belt is just as bad in that regard. With Jon Jones at the helm, it is the worst belt because he's not fighting the people that he should be fighting. And now, after 8 months of fucking sitting on your ass doing nothing, you now think that like you're just gonna get ushered back in. And what's crazy, guys, is that like Dana White's so excited about this. Like, Jon Jones is gonna come back and fight on this card, bro. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck if Jon Jones is in or out of the UFC, in my opinion. The people that give a fuck about Jon Jones are casual fans at this point. Because the people who watch UFC religiously, the people who actually give a shit about this sport, could give 2 fucks about what Jon Jones is doing in 2025. And that's just my honest opinion. Like, that's not throwing shade on the shit that Jon's done. Jon has all these accolades. We all know this. But if you're talking 2020 to now, Jon Jones has done really fuck all. Like, yeah, okay, you beat Cyril Gane. Like, yeah. And honestly, guys, when he beat Cyril Gane, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. But then we all realized that Cyril has no fucking ground game. And then it was like, okay, now like when I look at that win, it really just doesn't mean as much to me anymore, to be honest with you guys. Now, outside of that, what has Jon Jones done? He fucking had a very controversial win over Dominic Reyes. Now, guys, I've said this before. I do think Jon Jones, like, if we're really looking round by round, like, I see how Jon Jones got the nod in the Dominic Reyes fight, but I also see both sides. Like, it's really hard for me to really decide. I think that he lost that fight in a lot of people's eyes, and I think a marginal group of folks think he won. Now, outside of that, his only other accolade from 2020 to 2025 is landing a spinning body kick on a motherfucking 42-year-old Stipe Miocic who was already retired, in my opinion. So to act even shocked or even like excited about a third, like, let's be real, guys. The White House card, like, if we're being realistic, it's probably not happening until like next summer, if it does happen at all. And by next summer, you've got a 38-year-old Jon Jones going up against, obviously I do believe that Tom Aspinall is likely to be heavyweight champ at that time. So who the fuck is he fighting? Because he wouldn't fight Tom Aspinall when he had every opportunity to do so, and not just opportunity, but like golden opportunity where he is going to get paid more than anyone has ever even thought about in the UFC, right? Why aren't you fighting Tom then? So you're going to come back and fight him at the White House? You know what would be funny, guys, is if like the UFC, if Jon wants to come back so bad, he should just get paid basic. He should just get paid like a flat $500K. Because, you're not a champ. You're not a champ anymore. And you know how Dana says it. No. Only champs get pay-per-view points. Only champs. So Jon's not a champ. He's retired. He's done. So that's my opinion, guys. I am so fucking sick and tired of hearing about Jon Jones. I was a fan of Jon Jones, and at this point, I really could give two shits. I don't care what he's doing. I don't even care to see him fight, because it's like when Jon Jones has a fight, it's like a build-up. It's a build-up, and then like a lot of times he's in these contested matchups where people don't even think he truly won the fight. And then when he does win, it's over a mismatch opponent like Stipe Miocic. Like I said, this is not shitting on Jon, in the 2010s, in the early 20, like when Jon was in his prime. Jon is not in his prime anymore. And I am frankly sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of reading about it. I am sick of hearing about Conor McGregor. I don't give a fuck about Conor McGregor. And I am so fucking tired of the MMA fan base that just gloats over Conor. Like, dude, Conor hasn't done shit in so fucking long. The last thing Conor's done in MMA that was even remotely fun or good was beating fucking Cowboy Cerrone, who was already 1 foot out the goddamn door. So, like, I don't know where all of this, like, love and I don't know, overpouring of respect for these guys comes from. And it's like, I do respect them as fighters, but it's like, this sport really is about like, what have you done for me lately, right? And so I don't like it when it's always about like, what have you done for me lately? But we're not even talking, what have you done for me lately? Like with these two guys, we could say, what have you done for me in the last fucking half decade? And you can really not mark up at anything that they've done of note in the last fucking half decade. So to me, it's just, I feel like we all give so much attention to this. And look, I'm here making a goddamn video about it, but it's like, I wanted to make a video about it because I feel like I haven't seen a lot of people really be honest with their opinions on it. And my opinion is like, I am just sick of hearing about these guys because there's so many more fun fighters in the UFC right now that are actually fighting all the time and putting in the work that deserve these types of opportunities on like a White House card. So guys, that's my spiel. I had to make a video on it. I usually try to be pretty positive, but it's just, I've watched too many of these fucking MMA channels talk about this shit and I cannot stand it anymore. So let me know what you guys think about this whole like ordeal. Do you even think the White House card's going to happen? Let me know what your thoughts are on Jon Jones and Conor McGregor and like how much people continue to talk about them and being in these matchups. Like, I don't honestly think they should be anywhere near some marquee card like the White House. And if you're really going to try and tell me that Jon Jones is going to sell all this shit, he's not. He's really not. I don't think he will. And I don't think he's going to fight Tom Aspinall. And honestly, if he fights Tom Aspinall, even though I'm American, I might have to go for Tom. I might just have to go for Tom because I am sick and tired of the Jon Jones fucking bullshit. Like this video if you enjoy. Comment below what you guys think. And if you're not already, please subscribe to Fight Feed. I would love to have your subscription. You will be able to see all of these new content that I'll be posting on MMA, giving my opinions, thoughts, predictions, you name it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.